Hello everyone, this is Victory. It's me on the host. Today in the workshop we have 4 units of the decking floor machines, and that is kind of the 1.5-inch V-deck as well as 2-inch composite. And the last one is a 3-inch composite decking floor machines. These 4 units of the line is built up with the hydraulic decoller forming machine and with 12-meter stacking system. And I'm going to introduce you one by one. Just follow my camera and you will see how we build up the line. Here in front of me, this is the first line that is kind of the 2-inch composite decking floor machine. Firstly, we will see this is the stacking system, heavy duty stacker. We just take the general view of the line. Upside, that is kind of the arm which will take the sheet while the sheet is coming out from the forming machine, and then it will open and drop the sheet onto the supporting table. And this table, obviously it's just a chain transmission, and it can be slide the sheet buckles to the sideway, and then the forklift will take out the sheets, or even like the overhead crane. And let's check the floor. Here it is. And now we're just moving to the forming machine. This forming machine is built up with 24 rolling stations. And here is kind of the embossing roller. And this embossing roller system is kind of the mechanical structure, which means we can take it on and also we can put it off. Embossing, and the sheet coil, here it is, hydraulic decoller with loading cart. This is an overall view of the line. And somehow it's chain transmission. This is general view of the line. And later we will, here is the manual clutch for shift the roller, the embossing roller station. So this is the overall view of the line. And right now I'm going to introduce you the secondary unit of the machine. That is 1.5-inch V-deck machine with flat end. Since everything is the same for these 4 units of the line, and we just can close to the sheet. We're just getting close to the sheet and check. What is that? For 1.5-inch V-deck, which means this height is 1.5 inch. And as I have introduced previously, the panel, this part with hook, as well as this part with hook. This machine can combine into this single line. This is about the panel. As well as on the stacking system, we do some little bit improvement. The first thing is about this side arm. During the testing, we find out sometimes while the sheet is dropped from the arm, it will just be jump off. So to make sure that each of the panel can be well stacked on top of the previous one. So we add this kind of arm. Support arm. And it can prevent the sheet jump off. But it also makes a little bit trouble while we want to shift the sheets, just sliding aside. So this part somehow it's mechanical and it's installed with the screws. So while we want to move the sheet out of the stacking system, we must take it out from the screw. And we considering that the roofing sheets somehow it's heavy, and we don't want to make any scratch or any deformation on the edge of the sheet. So on the chain, we make this kind of the rubber pad. This can prevent the edge of the sheet from deformation. And obviously, while we do the testing, everything goes good. Since the decking floor sheet, normally it will be like 0.8 to 1.2 or 1.3, even 1.3. Sometimes even it's reached to 1.5 millimeter. So the sheet, the edge somehow is strong and it won't be easily damaged. So this is about the system for stacking. Even the stacking system can be built up according to the sheet length, like 4 meter, 6 meter, 9 meter, even like 12 meter. And then on this forming machine, I just want to introduce is something about this kind of the portable electrical cabinet. Normally we will have one cabinet which is standing beside of the machine. But think about that. If we got to change the machine operation position in the workshop someday, for this kind of integrated, or like we call it like a rigid electrical cabinet, we can shift the machine to place very easily. And then about the cutting, this kind of the cutting is kind of the non-waste cutting style. This is non-waste cutting die. And let's check to the forming machine. So to combine the hook and even the flat end into one machine, the key point is we just keep this part. The roller in the last 4 stations, 1, 2, 3, 4, the last 4 stations, we did something like this. This unit of the roller is good for flat end. And later on, I will show you how to make the hook of the roller. And then let's take overall view of the forming machine. This machine has combined the 26 rolling stations with 2 units of the embossing roller. Totally, it has combined the 28 rolling stations. And here is the 2 station for the roller, for the embossing roller. And here it is the color unit. So we can see the line from the color loading card and the forming machine. Then it runs to the stacking system. This is completely line. And also, let's take a review in another side of the machine. Hydraulic decoller, and here is the forming machine. Considering the thickness of the coil is up to 1.5 millimeter, so we have applied this kind of the double chain for transmission. And as I have introduced, this kind of the ribs embossing roller can be on, can be off. And this is about the manual clutch. And while we do the coil feeding, it needs some power to clamp the coil material go through to the forming roller. So we should put this clutch on. Once it's on, the chain will be transferred the power for this kind of the roller. And then it will clamp in the sheet into the forming station. But after a while, like the sheet already reached to the cutting die, we can shift it off, switch it off. Now it's off. Here, currently it's off because during the testing, we already make it off, turn it off. So this is about the embossing roller, how to operate. From the right side to the left side, here is the 3rd unit of the machine, and that is 3-inch composite decking floor. This is the 3-inch composite with hook and the ribs. And even we find out in the previously testing, this kind of the embossing is not running good. Then we adjusted the embossing roller, the stamping steps, the stamping depths, and then we have better result. This is what we do, the testing of the machine build up, and before the dispatch of the machine. The sheet is good, as well as the cutting is good, pretty nice. Okay. So somehow it's all same configuration, just the forming station is a bit different. For this unit of the machine, we have 1 station of embossing roller and 25 station for forming roller. And we're gonna to take the overall view of the line. is the embossing roller. This is about the color unit. Loading card, support on, and this kind of the press on, it will prevent the coil spring off. And then once again, here's the line. This is the force machine, force of decking floor machine, and this is make 1.5-inch B-deck panel with hook, the bottom one, this one. And let's check the panel with hook. Here. And from the drawing, we can understand that this is same, just the part, the end part. Just we made a little bit modification from the original design to make sure we only need to change this part of the roller to adapt these two panels in one single machine. So here is the panel, and also we have running the line with longer sheet. This is what we are doing, the preparation for dispatch the machine. One-inch B-deck floor machine. And from here, we can see the last 4 stations. This is with somehow groove. This kind of groove will make the hook, exactly to make the hook. See, from the panel. And while we want to shift it to flat end, we just need to change the side roller of the last 4 stations. This is about how we make the machine. And here, somehow this machine is empty, without sheet. We can see the up roller, down roller. And here is the 2 stations of the ribs embossing. Here is 10-ton hydraulic decoller with press on, also with this kind of support on. Loading card. You can take a review. Okay, just one more time, we can see the roller. And from my knowledge that more and more people from USA and even from Canada, they are very interested in 1.5-inch B-deck. It seems like this kind of the product is getting more and more popular. Even maybe previously, most of the buyers maybe just to purchase the sheet from China, and years by years later, seems the duty, the tax, the shipment, everything is getting expensive in China. So I think it's the moment that we can change from the dealer, or just change from the buying to be a producer in your local market. Okay, this is the 1.5 B deck, completely lined with hydraulic decoller forming machine and the stacking system. Okay, completely view. Four units of the decking floor. From left to right will be 1.5 B deck and 3-inch composite. And here is another 1.5 B deck. And here it is the 2-inch composite decking floor machine. Here is the 4 units.